What happens when two of the greatest warriors in mythology collide? When the might of Olympus meets the fury of Asgard? Hercules, the slayer of titans, the demigod of strength, versus Thor, the god of thunder, wielder of Mjolnir. This is not just a battle. It is a war of legends. Who will stand victorious when the dust settles? Stay tuned as we dive into an epic clash that will shake the heavens. The heavens trembled as dark clouds rolled across the sky, lightning crackling through the firmament. A great storm brewed, its fury unmatched, as if the gods themselves had set the cosmos ablaze with their anger. In the heart of Olympus, the throne of Zeus stood firm amidst the chaos, the king of the gods peering down upon the mortal and divine realms alike. Zeus had foreseen a clash unlike any before, a challenge, a duel of champions that would shake the very pillars of the world. The name of his mighty son, Hercules, echoed to the corridors of Mount Olympus, whispered by nymphs and gods alike. The greatest hero of Greece, the slayer of a Nemean lion, the conqueror of the 12 labors. Hercules, as mortals knew him, was a pinnacle of divine strength. But even Olympus had its rivals, beyond the reaches of Greece, across the vast northern expanse. The halls of Asgard stood tall beneath a sky of endless storms. The sound of feasting and revelry filled the grand halls of Valhalla, where fallen warriors drank and laughed in preparation for the final war. But in the great hall of Odin, the All-Father sat in deep thought, his one eye glimmering with knowledge. For even he had foreseen the battle to come. Thor, the god of thunder, son of Odin and champion of Asgard, was the embodiment of divine might, wielding Mjolnir, the unbreakable hammer that summoned storms and shattered mountains. He had fought giants, monsters, and gods alike. None could rival his strength. None except, perhaps, the fabled warrior of Olympus. The clash was inevitable, a test of power that neither pantheon could ignore. The winds howled as Zeus summoned his son to the great temple. Hercules, his chiseled form glistening with the sheen of divine vitality, knelt before his father. "My son," Zeus intoned, his voice rolling like thunder. "A challenge has been set forth by the All-Father of Asgard, a duel between the mightiest warriors of our realms, to prove who is the strongest among the gods." Hercules smirked, his lion-skin cloak draped over his broad shoulders. "Is there any doubt?" he asked, confidence brimming in his voice. "I have bested beasts and titans, completed trials none could dream of. Who in the heavens dare stand against me?" Zeus narrowed his gaze. Thor, son of Odin. The name sent a thrill through Hercules. He had heard of the thunder god, of his exploits across the 9 realms, of his hammer's fury and his battles with frost giants and dragons. A worthy opponent indeed. "I accept," Hercules said, his fists clenching. "Let the gods bear witness to our battle." A murmur spread across Olympus as the challenge was accepted. Athena, goddess of wisdom, leaned forward, intrigued by the battle's implications. Ares, god of war, grinned with bloodlust, eager to witness such a legendary duel. Even Hades, seated in the shadows, whispered to himself, already pondering the fate of whichever warrior might fall. Across the Bifrost, the rainbow bridge that connected the worlds, the news had already reached Asgard. Thor sat upon his throne, his red cape draped over his shoulders, his hammer resting beside him. The great halls fell silent as Odin himself spoke. "Hercules has accepted the challenge," the All-Father declared. "This battle will decide which of our champions is truly supreme." Thor's grip tightened around Mjolnir. A challenge from Olympus was no small matter. He had fought countless foes, but never had he faced a warrior whose strength rivaled his own. "Then I shall fight," Thor said, rising to his feet, lightning crackling in his wake. "Let the battle be one of honor and might. If Hercules seeks to test his strength against me, I shall not deny him." Odin nodded. "Very well. The battleground shall be chosen, a place where neither Olympus nor Asgard holds dominion, a land untouched by gods, where only strength shall decide the victor." Frigg, the wise queen of Asgard, watched her son with a mix of pride and concern. The god of thunder was fearless, but she knew that Hercules was no ordinary foe. Loki, ever the trickster, smirked from the shadows, wondering if the duel could be manipulated for his own amusement. A land was chosen. The battlefield would be the Isle of Titans, a forgotten land where ancient gods once waged war. It was neutral ground, a place where divine energies surged and the elements raged endlessly. Here, no gods would interfere. No tricks, no schemes, only battle. The warriors prepared. Hercules donned his golden bracers, his lion skin cloak flowing behind him. In one hand, he gripped his mighty club, a weapon that had crushed the bones of giants and felled monsters. He was ready, his muscles coiled with anticipation. Thor lifted Mjolnir, feeling its weight, its hum of power as thunder rumbled in his veins. He turned toward the storm-laden sky, knowing that soon, lightning would strike in fury. As the hour of battle neared, the gods of Olympus and Asgard watched in anticipation. The clash of titans was set, and the heavens braced for war. The Isle of Titans trembled as two figures emerged onto its barren, storm-racked terrain. Winds howled through jagged cliffs, waves crashed against the shore with deafening force, and the very air seemed to crackle with anticipation. In the center of the battlefield, a vast plateau of obsidian rock stretched beneath the darkened heavens. Here, the battle between Hercules and Thor would unfold, a test of divine strength unlike any witnessed before. Thunder rumbled across the skies as Thor stepped forward, his crimson cape billowing behind him, his grip firm around Mjolnir. His blue eyes glowed with the fury of the storm, and the power of Asgard surged through his veins. He had faced countless foes, frost giants, dragons, and even the mighty Jormungand, but never had he stood against a warrior quite like this. Hercules, the champion of Olympus, met him with an unshaken stance. Clad in the invulnerable Nemean lion's pelt, his muscles rippled like steel cords as he flexed his grip around his legendary club, a weapon that shattered monsters and felled gods alike. His confidence was unshaken, his smirk unwavering. The gods watched from afar. Zeus and Odin loomed high above the battlefield, their divine presence unseen but felt in the tension that filled the air. Athena and Ares observed from Olympus, while Heimdall peered through the Bifrost, watching the fateful duel unfold. With a deafening roar, Hercules lunged first, covering the distance between them in an instant. His club swung in a mighty arc, aiming to shatter Thor's ribs. But the god of thunder reacted with equal speed, raising Mjolnir to block the devastating strike. The impact sent a shock wave through the land, splitting the ground beneath them. Thor countered with a powerful uppercut, sending Hercules stumbling back. But the son of Zeus recovered instantly, grinning as he wiped a trickle of golden ichor from his lip. "You've got some power, Asgardian," Hercules taunted, rolling his shoulders. "Let's see how much you can take." With a burst of speed, he launched himself at Thor once more, striking with the force of an earthquake. He slammed his club downward, shaking the land and sending massive fissures radiating outward. The island itself seemed to cry out as mountains cracked and trees were uprooted by the force of the blows. Thor met him blow for blow, his hammer clashing against Hercules' weapon with explosive power. The sky erupted in a tempest, lightning flashing wildly as the gods dueled like forces of nature unleashed. For hours they battled, neither gaining the upper hand. Hercules lifted boulders the size of houses and hurled them at Thor, who shattered them mid-air with Mjolnir's swings. Thor summoned the storms, hurling bolts of lightning that scorched the battlefield. But Hercules charged through them, his divine resilience unmatched. Then, with a sudden burst of speed, Hercules grappled Thor, wrapping his powerful arms around him in a grip that could crush mountains. The air around them shuddered as the son of Zeus exerted his full, godly strength, attempting to bring Asgard's champion to his knees. Thor struggled, veins bulging as he resisted the crushing force. But then, a low, chuckle rumbled from the thunder god's throat. "Impressive," he muttered, "but strength alone does not win battles." With a mighty surge of lightning, Thor unleashed a storm blast so powerful that it tore Hercules from his grasp and sent him hurtling backward. Hercules crashed into the mountainside, shaking the very core of the island. Before he could rise, Thor was upon him, summoning all the might of Asgard. Thor raised Mjolnir high, the sky itself parting as divine energy crackled around him with an earth-shattering strike. He brought the hammer down onto Hercules' chest, unleashing a blast so powerful it shattered the mountain behind him. The ground quaked, the heavens roared. The battle was over. As the dust settled, Thor stood tall, Mjolnir humming with raw power in his grip. Hercules lay on his back, his breathing heavy, his body battered. He had never been defeated in such a way, and yet he found himself smiling. "You got me, Thunder God," Hercules admitted, exhaling sharply as he sat up, rubbing his chest. "That hammer of yours is something else." Thor extended a hand, helping Hercules to his feet. "You are strong, son of Zeus," he said with a nod of respect. "But storms are not easily tamed." A rumble of laughter erupted from both warriors, their rivalry now tempered by newfound respect. The gods above watched in silence, recognizing that though the battle had a victor, both champions had proven their worth. Zeus, despite his pride, gave a knowing nod, while Odin single-eyed gleamed with approval. The duel had been settled, and Asgard's champion had emerged victorious. But both pantheons knew this would not be the last time the two gods crossed paths. The battle was won, but the legend had only begun.